Well, hello people, and welcome back to part 26 of Rannoch, however in the Boreal build. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I've just been doing the waterfront here as an absolute horde of people piss out of the metro station. Wonderful to see. Today, we're going to carry on developing this area, so I think we'll get stuck straight into it, shall we? So we're going to stick a big old stadium here, the third of Rannoch's major stadium developments, and we're going to use quite a board asset. Now, of course, these day and age, in the DLCs that all CS1 has. The only choice I think is one of the bad peanut ones. And I'd like to play with a little bit of geometry here. So let's come out of this road. It's likely we'll end up using pedestrian roads for quite a little bit of this, but we'll see as it goes on. By the way, some of the best DLC the game ever received was the Plazas and Promenades pack, so if you didn't get it, you can find it at Instant Gaming below, alongside the sports venues pack too. So we can't quite get a 45-degree angle here, can we? This will be fine. Let's just bring it out here for right now. And then we'll bring it into the middle, and then let's do a 15 measurement. We'll switch over to pedestrian roads at this point. We'll stick with bluestone. Let's go ahead and grab a slightly larger, wider road. And then let's do big holding frame. I think in terms of the stadium we're going to use, has to be one of the big ones. I'm a massive fan of the glass eye arena, but I think I want to put this somewhere a little bit more downtowny, probably over there somewhere, I imagine at some point. Which leaves us with the peanut ball, which I did look at, but I think we're probably going to go with the copper ball, which is such a nice asset, isn't it? I really, really like this one. It's going to have a great position up against the highway here as you arrive into this area from elsewhere across the city, so it'll be a real dominant asset. I'm going to be quite a big fan of this one. So let's get this wrapped up. I will walk you through what I'm going to do this, just in case you are without move it. I'm going to find the closest exit here, and then I want to do 45 degrees, which is there. And then the closest node I can connect to here is going to be there. And I want to make sure we do that 45-degree angle again. Pretty much bang on. There we go. Then this will put us back to the orientation of this road right here, so we can wrap the stadium up using this process. Cool, and that'll wrap it up. Although there has to be said, there's something quite cool about the spiraling pedestrian pathways, isn't there? We'll have to remember that design for something in the future. Regardless, we don't need it today, so we'll just trim all of those back, and that should be good. So we've also got quite a bit of public transport to factor into this. Yet again, this is going to be another episode disguised as a build that is actually a transport hub, as that seems to be how Rannoch is developing at the minute. Trim that road off there as well, and let's have a little conversation on what's going to bring in here. So we're going to have some wider roads, I think, leave the sides of the building here. So I'd quite like for trams to enter this area, because we do have trams here, and they're currently in a kind of weird, incomplete loop that I want to sort out. So let's grab tram pedestrian road. Now I think the best place to bring this down probably going to be about here. So let's just go straight to that one. We'll figure out the connection in a second. And I think I'd also like a larger building to accompany the stadium. So there's a ton of weird, kind of obnoxious shaped buildings in CS, especially the unique buildings, which is kind of what I want here. And I think there's no asset that better matches that description than the vanilla aquarium. And I think it's going to blend in really nicely with our nightlife and entertainment district as well, having a big aquarium building here like that. And it's also going to partner as another kind of huge building alongside the stadium here, right? So I think we'll go with the aquarium. We'll see how that turns out. And in terms of the tram, I don't want the trams running around the edge of the stadium, so we won't use them there. So I think what we will do is send our trams alongside the aquarium. So there, we'll send a pedestrian road back to the couplet. And then I want the trams to come off here. So we've currently got some commercial. Let's go ahead and paint out this district for the stadium here, because I would like to use a new specialization. I'm going to name this after one of our wonderful Patreon subscribers, Marco Vanderveld. Thank you for all your support, Marco. Really appreciate it, buddy. I hope you enjoy having Rannoch's newest stadium district named after you, good self. Beyond that, we're also going to give this the shopping malls specialization, I think. That's to be kind of an area where you can bring the family, watch a game, do a bit of shopping, visit the aquarium, go to some kind of outdoor playground, which I'm sure will factor in at some point as well. Which is wonderful. So now we can have this one coming out of here. Match a guideline and a curve. And then we know our tram is going to turn off there. Let's also grab that tram pedestrian road. And we're just going to move everyone over a little bit here as well. And this can just go straight like that. That's perfect. We will also need another tram route, because I think what we'll do, we'll have the massive 16-kilometer one, the one that runs all the way back to here. We'll have that loop around one direction, and then the opposite direction that isn't being served, because obviously these are two-way, I think we'll have as a local tram loop that just loops around this district eternally, is the plan. So for that to happen, we will also need a one-way tram loop that feeds into that, is what we should need. So before we bring those trams in, let's have a little look at some trains, because it is another transport hub. I don't mean to keep doing this, by the way. It just keeps converging without me really meaning it to, but it's fine. Cool, so let's just trim these back a little bit. So this is going to be an intercity station, so also bring you elevated up. And we could even set up an internal line that works with this. We'll see what our options are. That's going to be fine. We're not super central there. Oh, do I want to move that over one actually? What the hell's happening there? You okay? Don't know what that is. We'll try and connect to it. I think I need to budge that over a tile. I know that's such a pedantic thing to get hung up on, but I think it'll work. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Just not after super centralization, but that'll do there. Put that into the station. So the trams currently end in a little loop over here, which obviously is not permanent, so we can delete that now. And this road here also does not need to be tram road, but this one here does, so you will follow it through this way. And I guess we can use 4-lane road here, can't we? This is a little bit of a main road actually, so I think we will do that. So trams through here. And then let's figure out a connection here. Let's grab our tram-only roads. We'll use these. Can you just go straight through there? Yes, you can. That's wonderful news. And that's going to align perfectly with this bit. And then just cross like that. That'll work. That will allow us to develop a nice little tram stop as part of the stadium there. Be happy with that. And then I think we'll also have some more pedestrian roads. Oh, is that gonna... That very nearly fits, isn't it? That's so close. There is a little bit of a bend there, isn't there? Hold on, let's do that tram connection separately then. Because I want the whole zonings here. And then will you just connect in like that? You absolutely will. And then we'll drag that up there. And then let's also do there as well. Although this only needs to be regular pedestrian road. And now we can get rid of all these historical guys, and this can regrow as shopping malls, which we will let the game play in a second. I'm just leaving it a little bit yet because I know we have broken transit lines. Let's also go ahead and give all these pedestrian connect roads around the train station a connection. That'll do there. There is a slight curve to that one. It's okay though. I can deal with it. That can get connected in there. And then there's probably not a need for one there again because this station has connection nodes along the back of it. We can turn this into, have a guess, walkable concrete space. That's right. Best thing in vanilla these days. Love a big density plaza, so we'll get people walking here. All we need to do for that is to grab a regular pedestrian pathway. We just want to draw that up to the back there, and probably in a couple of other locations as well, where it would make sense for people to cut across this big concrete space like you would in real life. We'll worry about service points in a second. We'll factor that probably into some kind of stadium admin. But let's go to the public transport now. So we will have our tram. Let's go ahead and get it. So on its way back out, it essentially doesn't need to stop here anymore because this will be served by the new tram that loops this way. So where does it stop in here? It comes down, it stops there, stops at the metro, stop again near the mothership and the pitches. Where do you want you to stop in the stadium district? Probably here would be useful as well, actually. Let's have you there. And I guess that is the most sensible point, right by the node near the stadium and the train station. It can come through here, it can stop again once more on the tram road, and then it rejoins the airport, goes back out the line and heads back into the city. So to counter that, we now want a new line that runs the opposite direction, and this one here. Do you want to stop that one? Stop it there, we'll alternate the stops a little bit. Yeah, so this one will be just a little local loop that serves the nightlife district here. Mimicking the same stops it always does, so let's go ahead and give that a name. Let's go to our trams. We want to find tram line 3. Tram line 2 is also not named, it needs to be. No, we also never named the Sherry line either. We can totally change this now. So tram line 3 is the Shaflantic City circuit. This actually goes beyond Sherry now, doesn't it? This goes to Adlam Square, back to the through regional airport. And what is tram line 2? Who are you? I can't remember where we are now. I probably won't name that one yet, actually, because it's likely these district areas and tram routes will change as the rest of the map opens up over here, so we won't worry about that one for the time being. I bet the other ones are now named, and indeed should be flowing. So in terms of trains, I don't really want to accept intercities here. I'd rather have them continue down to the airport. But I'm not averse to an internal line here. So stop here. I think we'll just send them to the Botanical Gardens one, because of course we've got the inner Rannoch loop here, this big yellow train line. So if it can converge with a train there, they can change and then get the line out to Shaflantic City, which is really cool to see kind of different train lines beginning to converge and transfer now. I'm really happy with that. Actually, I'll tell you what, we shouldn't really stop it here, should we actually? Let's actually take that to the airport, and then we'll have it stop here as well. That's what we should have done. Cool. And then let's grab that model. Line details. We'll set that to the airport express train. Perfect model for what we're doing here. And let's have a look at lines overview. Train line 3. And that'll be the TRX regional to the Phoenix Botanical is that train line. Perfect. So that should be all our trains flowing around, no problem. That commercial zoning starting to come in here now as well. I'll probably fill this entire block with shopping mall zoning, to be honest. It's a little bit broken here, which is a bit irritating. Let's see if we can just change that alignment a bit. Just road length and angle here. There we go. Just want those more solid blocks and then cut across them. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Special. Yes, you guys have no pedestrianisation. Although there is one right here across the road. So we might as well share that. It's likely this is going to need some extra service points though, which is what we'll factor in to the rest of the build. Stadium as well, please. Thank you very much. Everyone's happy with that. You shouldn't need pedestrianisation. Yeah, please don't go in the pedestrian road there. Just go that way. That's fine. Wonderful. People are already waiting for those trams too. Fantastic news. This... Don't need that pathway anymore there either. Awesome. Saved a few nodes there as well, which is nice. So no stadium district, of course, is complete without a car park. Now we have lost quite an important arterial connection here, so let's just rejig this around the edge of the stadium now. We'll snap into our grid, and I want to do probably 3 tiles away from the edge of the stadium. Should be alright, I think. So I'm going to go for a massive tree-lined 6-lane arterial there. Something big and important nearby to the stadium and the highway as well. And I think we go with birch trees for all the lining. I think we'll do birch trees across the whole stadium complex, actually. Yeah, so I think we'll do some more shopping malls, kind of outdoor centres over here, which I think would be quite nice, blended in with the tram stop. Which hopefully this thing right here should become just so fantastically busy. Let's see if we can line up these airport aprons so they don't encroach upon other areas. That one's fine there. We can blend that one in. Cool. We can generate a really nice tram train stop plaza here. This should be incredibly walkable. But yes, now we have that road in, let's address some car parking concerns. So we've got a nice handy little entrance off of the couplet here that hasn't been utilised yet. And then let's come down to our parking roads, and I think we'll just treat this as a bit of a frontage. Do you want to send that straight down into the arterial? I think we probably will actually, although let's draw it in first. And then let's pop that car parking down. So I want quite a bit of it while we're near to such a huge stadium. I think it would only make sense. Can we get 4 in there? No, I think we'll do 3 instead. And then let's do 2 around this way also. Put that in. And this should give us a very important visual. All surround the stadium of just big car parking designs with a connection onto the arterial there. And I wouldn't mind one here as well, actually, if we can we meet up with a guideline at this point. Yeah, I think that's what I want. So I'm pretty sure these service points are going to become overloaded. So I'm going to add in the pedestrian district over this way. And then let's come into our pedestrian stuff. We'll grab some new service points. So there's going to be a lot of commercial in here. It's definitely going to need at least another cargo service point. So we'll add the small one in. And then we'll just see what happens with the zoning as it grows up, I think. And this will be a great bit of stadium admin, you know, a bit of aprons around here, some vanilla props, and we can turn that into a bit of a sort of, you know, admin maintenance area for the stadium, whilst kind of blending it into the build as well, if that makes sense. We also are on a continual, never-ending mission to increase our hotel chain. So before we move into a detailing time-lapse, let's check out some hotels. We did unlock the conference hotel last episode, didn't we? Alongside the spa hotel, which we really should have placed on the waterfront. Still time down here, I suppose, but let's have a look at the conference first. So where could we bring you in? I don't think I really want you here. Oh, then again, it would be kind of cool there. No, I don't think so. Oh, how about here? That fits and sits, doesn't it? We know the rule. If it fits, it sits. It's very nearly satisfied, actually. We only need some office space around that, which I am more than happy to fill in for you. Let's get some office growing up here. That should be enough to satisfy that. We'll wait for it to grow in. And then we should be happy. I think we also forgot to place fire last episode, didn't we? Yeah, there is one by the airport, I suppose. Is that close enough? It's only one of 25 used, so I guess there's plenty of capacity, isn't there? So that should be okay. What are you boys doing? Oh yes, you're the new one, aren't you? We didn't choose a model for this, did we? Oh, these are going to have to come from far away as well. I forgot how far the tram depot is from this. Let's go for the 65 capacity tram. I'm sorry, boys, you're all going to have to go back now. I know you've just come across the couplet bridge, or the arterial bundle bridge to get over here, but I'm sorry, that's my fault. I did not tell you what model to be. But otherwise, I feel like that's a good place for detail in time-lapse. That's going to be easily met, isn't it? So let's whack that right up. I want that to be 100%. That should really help our hotel chain, actually. Might even place in a couple of these conference hotels. Making us some decent money that now. But yeah, I think that's a good point for a detailing time-lapse. I want to do some more shopping mall configurations over here. Pretty similar to what we've done over here. Just nice, dense, packed-in shopping centres all at the foot of the stadium. A bit of a child's playground as well, I think, especially nearby to the tram line. Maybe something here, just kind of trampoline parks, playgrounds, slides, swings, things for children in a district like this, if you like. And then just tie in any extra connections we fancy. Before we do that, actually, I would just like to check. Do we want to connect in here? Oh, it doesn't perfectly connect in, does it? Of course it doesn't. Well, how about outside the stadium then, I think, maybe. We also want to turn off the traffic lights here as well. We do not need them on this road. That should be okay. We okay in the couplet? Should be none around here. I'm happy for them here, although probably not that one. Or this one, actually, but we'll let this one stay just so it can stagger the flow. Oh god, there's one on the roundabout as well. Is that what's causing my roundabout, my interchange to back up? Did I see a comment last episode, actually, that we are supposed to actually lane maths these Teddy interchanges ourselves? So do we actually want to do two? I'm going to delete the pathways as much as I love them. They are eating up nodes. So we just want to go all the way around this thing with 2-lane. That should probably make sense, I think. See how that flows. The 3-lane would fit here. Maybe 3 as we come in. Oh, I really don't like the highway sign though. I guess we could use not highway road, just regular 3-lane road. That would also work. Although you're not upgraded there though, are you? That's what we want there. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. There we go. Has that made it any better? Is that what we want? Guess we should also do the same over here as well, shouldn't we? Let's grab that 3-lane road as people join on. And we'll see if that at all helps the traffic flow. But either way, the area is starting to get a little bit busy. We could also do some more slip lanes off of here as well. Into this district, which we'll check out. But either way, let's do some... oh yes, look at that as well. Sorry, I don't get distracted. This is going to be very walkable. Hopefully this train station becomes... oh yes, look at that. Hello. Hello, people. There they go. This is going to be a good one, this. This will be a very walkable spot, especially when we hit a match day. And I get the rest of the commercial in here as well. But either way, I am rambling now, we'll shut up. Let's do some detailing, and then we'll be right back. Okay guys, let's have a little detailing review, shall we, of our brand new Vanderbilt Stadium district. As expected, this is very walkable around the back. We've added in restaurants, the Railroad of Japan, shopping malls, benches, bins, toilets, plazas. Which has left a very nice space out the back of the station, which I'm really enjoying. Through here we have some bush lining around the entire complex, which we'll see, more tables, fountains, just general kind of open commercial plaza space. Expanded tram stop over here as well, and I love this plaza. This could be my favourite plaza in the game, especially with the hospital behind, train station and the hotel as well. Real nice sight. Look at that as well. Train. Hello train. Isn't that? That could either be me fawning over City Skylines infrastructure or the introduction to Overcharged Eggs Train World Let's Play. Couldn't it? Regardless, wonderful indeed. And the shopping malls has settled in just so nicely. And if you're missing this park, highly recommended it. I dropped in some plazas in amongst the zoning, which has left some really interesting spaces. We kind of get this big row of archways here with the 1x1 shopping mall zoning, and they haven't left much room for people to squeeze past, but regardless, it does open up some really interesting spaces having the commercial grow up around these regular plazas, which I really like. Like, that's a real authentic back alley for vanilla there, isn't it? Just off of the plaza there. So I really like it, and then these commercial zones all back up onto the arterial that had its zoning removed, and then this comes down here, where we have fully lane mathed up our interchange, which really seems to have helped with the backlog, so thank you to that comment a couple of episodes ago that told us to lane math this up. I hadn't realised that. I should have done, really. So it was only one lane all the way around. But yeah, that's flowing much better now, which is really nice to see. Between the stadium and the highway, I've just done some overgrown land. We might develop this in the future when we need to squeeze in some more residential, but I think I'll just leave it overgrown for right now. And then there is also another slip lane coming off here as well, which comes around into this connection, where they can get into the car parking or turn left or right to get further around the district. No problems at all. And lots of bush lining and open green space around the base of the stadium. I love this aesthetic here. Really wanted to let the stadium breathe, and the approach into it, you probably would have seen. There was a match day during the detailing review, and the view down here was so walkable. Just thousands of Sims moving up and down this this main street. Little kids play areas here, trampoline parks, play parks. More of a custom configuration here as well, using playground props from vanilla. Just as a bit of, you know, kid space, if you like, nearby to all the shopping and entertainment that's around here. Gazebos, balance benches, slides and whatnot, jungle gyms. Some further parks here, carousels, bouncy castles, regular park space that filters back onto the mass car park, which did extend a little bit further, which really gives us that really key aesthetic of a stadium build, having car park sprawl at the foot of it, doesn't it? Expanded out the service point with more of the props that are already present on it. A little bit of fencing and some airport aprons goes such a long way with these service points, especially in areas like this. I absolutely would expect to find a little area by this near a stadium, so I'm super happy with it. And then our trams are flowing rather nicely now. We can see them intersect here and go around. Very nice little configuration. Like this one here. Not too busy, why I think I chose the smaller capacity. And how about that for a sight line up to that hotel, right? And a shout out to the aquarium as well. That's settled in really nicely. Always a tough asset to use, that one. But here, I think in Rannoch, it has embedded itself very well indeed. And that fills a really fun space up against the interchange, giving Rannoch more walkable plazas and its third major stadium development. Possibly my favourite yet. There's some really nice sightlines developing around this part of the city in Atlantic City, and I'm thoroughly enjoying piecing it together. A massive shout out to all the patrons supporting the channel, with a special roll call to Louis Adlam, Oh Hey Casino and Andrew Perez if you want to get involved in that. I'll links down to Patreon and Instant Gaming below, which are the two best ways to support the channel. Don't forget to check out Instant Gaming if you're missing either plazas and promenades, shopping malls or sports venues, any of the DLCs that we've used today. If you want to improve your CS experience, help support the channel, and you'll get yourself a fantastic deal in return. I will definitely keep hanging over here. There's lots more to develop, maybe 2 or 3 more episodes out this way. And I think we'll expand the forestry, and then I think after that, maybe the downtown. We'll see. This is probably going to be the latest downtown of them all, I think. Can't remember what episode Ilos' downtown was at. But edging closer, regardless. Either way, please do enjoy today's cinematics, but I will shut up and leave it there. Let's thank you all so much again for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.